Hello viewers, welcome to yet another exciting episode. If you are new in my channel, please remember to subscribe so that you may be among the first people to see my content. In our previous video, I was able to convince you that free energy generator is a fake project. Today I want to expose another fake popular project in the YouTube by the name Making Solar Panel Using CDs. Before we critique the project, let's first move through the project fabrication with the owner. As you can see in the project, the owner is first taking a copper coil and coiling it on the surface of the CD and placing a permanent magnet on it and making sure that it sticks in that permanent magnet using a glue. At the end of that fabrication, he takes a multimeter and goes to the calibration of the voltage, measures the voltage and finds that it is having some voltage. The owner then takes the project and powers a DC motor with it, and the DC motor rotates. He goes back and fabricates other cells and connects them together so that he may get higher power. At the end of his project, he tries to power incandescent lamp using the project. Okay, let's try to critique this project using science principles, and let us explain the operation of each and every component that this person has used. And I'm going to start with the CD. CD is a compact disc, and a compact disc is a data storage device that uses optical technology. And this is how CD works. A CD, when written, it has pits and flats. A pit is a hole, a flat is just a flat surface. So after writing, CD has flats and pits. So what happens? A CD is read by laser beam, which is simply a light at a certain frequency. So when we are reading CD, this is what happens. When the laser beam falls at the flat, that laser beam is reflected. When it is reflected, it falls at a photocell. A photocell is just like a solar cell, such that when light falls at it, it generates some electrical energy. And it is this electrical energy that is recorded as logic 1 in the CD reader. When the laser beam falls at the pit, then there is no reflection, and therefore the photocell does not receive any light, and therefore there is no electric energy which is generated, and that means that is recorded as logic 0. That is how a CD works. Now in that explanation, you already see that a CD doesn't have any energy. It depends on the energy from the laser beam. So the CD is useless in our project. Let us look at the coil that has been placed in the CD. One thing that you should be aware of is that a coil can only have current if there is a magnetic field, changing magnetic field, which is cutting it, like in generator and in motor. When we have a changing magnetic field cutting coil, then that coil generates some EMF, and that is the only way we can have EMF being generated at a coil. If there is no changing magnetic field, we cannot have any current or any electrical energy being generated by a coil. Now there is a permanent magnet that has been placed in the coil. We all know that permanent magnet gives static magnetic field and not changing magnetic field. So it means that even if there is a magnetic field which is being produced in that coil, that magnetic field is not changing, and therefore there is no induced EMF in that coil, and therefore there is no electric energy that is being generated by that coil. I want us to ask ourselves, why is this project working after that explanation? And this is what I think this person did. I have already explained that when we have two coils and one is connected to a changing magnetic field, is connected to a changing current, that changing current induces a changing magnetic field in that coil, in the first coil. When that changing magnetic field cuts the other coil, which is not connected to any electric energy, then there's some EMF which will be induced in that coil, and that EMF, when you connect some load, it will be able to power it. So this person is just playing mind game with us. He has placed a coil which is connected to a AC power supply somewhere. That coil is producing a very heavy magnetic field, which is a changing magnetic field. That heavy magnetic field is able to reach to where the coil that is has been connected to the compact disc is, and therefore when it cuts that coil generates some EMF, and it is now that EMF which is powering the motor. So that's how this person is playing mind game with us. Otherwise, if that is not true, then this person is a magician. Remember, we said that we should not support wrong content. We should not support misleading content. If you come across any person who is claiming or purporting to have generated or to have created a solar panel using CDs, don't watch that video.